Are collector booster boxes going to be the future? Now that this product has been out for almost 2 years, we have enough data to suggest that yes, it very well could be. Welcome back to my channel. I am Mattcaster Mage, and I do make Magic the Gathering content every single day. So if you do enjoy my videos, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you'll be notified for future uploads. Okay, I wanted to talk about collector booster boxes as I've been going through some of the sealed data that I could find about the price history. And there's a few things I want to talk about before I go into the prices of all these standard collector booster boxes. I don't want to talk about Commander Legends. I don't want to talk about Modern Horizons 2. That's very new, but those are specialty products. They're not going to be opened quite as much, at least to a certain degree, as the standard boxes, and I wanted to kind of go over those and see their prices and see where they're at right now. So when it comes to collector booster boxes, there's definitely things I like about them. There's definitely things I don't like. I don't like that a lot of them, you get a lot of curling with the foils, and because the majority of the pack is made up of foils, if you're someone who doesn't really like foils, then it's a pass, really, 100%. Now, I do like foils. I actually really enjoy foils. Newer foils, not so much as the old border foils, which is something I do talk about on a fairly regular basis on my channel. So, collector booster boxes and collector boosters, here's what's fascinating. So, I feel like players and collectors have been essentially used as marketing research for Wizards of the Coast for a while now. If you think about it, ever since, I would say, going back to Battle for Zendikar, they gave us the lottery cards that we can crack in booster packs, but at the same time they lowered the quality of the cards that were the card backs and the card stock, and you had a lot of these terrible issues with cards, especially foils. That's when they really started to emerge, those issues where there was massive curling. Not even just with foils, just regular cards. We had some serious issues. Since then, they've been solved a little bit. Still not quite the same good old quality card stock that we had back in the day, back in the modern era, and even before that. So that was kind of the first stage of market research, and they saw how desirable these special border frame cards were, like these expeditions, and they started putting them in more and more booster packs. And it did lower the price of standard for people to play, but there's also a side effect of that where a lot of these people who are building decks, especially at release, you lost a lot of money, trying to build these decks, and it was almost got to a point where it wasn't even worth it to open up a booster box to get any real value at all, unless you're just specifically going for these lottery cards. And after the backlash of Amonkhet's invocations, people were calling them Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and people were just saying they look like crap. Wizards didn't take that very well, and they scrapped the whole Ixalan idea for their lottery cards. And actually, those lottery cards were going to be the ones that we got for Ultimate Masters, right? Ultimate Masters, those box toppers, that idea was originally done for Ixalan. And then that was more stuff that they did market research with. So they said, okay, well, now we're going to put these as box toppers because these will help push the sales for boxes. So now, even after that, all of that research was collected, and they said, you know what? Why don't we just make a collector booster box, kind of throw every variation possible that people might want to collect, and then we just sell them for a whopping amount of money, and we're probably going to get a lot of whales. The Mythic Editions were part of this data as well, and that's how we ended up being at this place now. But what are the most expensive? So let's go from cheapest to most expensive for these collector booster boxes. So the cheapest one right now is, unfortunately, it is Call Time. Yeah, it's sitting at a low of $165, and its average price is about $228 on the market. So it has been actually creeping up slowly in the past few weeks, but for the most part, yeah, that's looking pretty bearish, but it is still pretty new, guys. Still pretty new. And this is a surprising one. So for the low value of a collector booster box of Zendikar Rising, which actually has the potential to hit those expeditions, and it comes with the box toppers, the 2 box toppers I think you get with this. Its average price is $250 and its low is $194. That one might be worth taking a look at in the future, because that one could go up in price pretty decently. The next box I want to talk about is the Core Set 2021. Now, it's about $204 for its low end and $230 for its average price right now. And this is a great set. It has a lot of reprints. It does, you know, suffer from that kind of core set syndrome, which is like, you know, kind of stale cards, no new mechanics. For some reason, they just don't age well. Collectors just kind of pass them by. And the next box is actually Theros Beyond Death. That was a bit of a surprise for me, but I think a lot of it also has to do with those full art lands. They actually are selling quite well on the market right now. You did have other big hitters like, you know, Uro, even though it was banned, it's still a pretty sought after card. So that actually is the next box. Then after that is, believe it or not, Strixhaven. This is a very recent set. It's holding up pretty well. It could be because of, you know, all the archive cards like Demonic Tutor is, you know, you have Tainted Pact. You have a lot of pretty high value reprints in that slot. So the low is $221 and the average price is about $250 for Strixhaven Collector Booster Box. Now the next one is a box that I've talked about a lot when it comes to boxes that I think are going to go up in the future that have a lot of potential, and this is Ikoria. Yes, you do get those crazy Godzilla cards. You also get the Triomes, which have been going up a lot in value. I don't know, do you guys say Triomes or Triomes? Let me know in the comments. So its low price is about $267, and its average is $330. So these are actually have went above the market value for these, actually by quite a large margin. And the most expensive is probably not a surprise to you guys. It is Throne of Eldraine. This is the original collector booster box, so it's definitely going to have some marketability later on because it was the very first. It was kind of like the one that they were experimenting with. Even though when it comes to like just going through the cards, it's probably like the most underwhelming out of all the packs to go through is probably Throne of Eldraine, but there's still a lot of expensive cards in that set. There may not be a lot of different fancy borders and alternate versions, but for the most part, these boxes are very valuable. Remember, Throne of Eldraine, it was kind of like warped standard. It was so powerful. We had Oko as well, which was like banned almost immediately. So there is a lot of flavor and just history that's going to be tied to this set. And right now, its low price is about $367, and its average is almost $400 right now. And that's even after a little bit of a retrace. So who knows what the future is going to be for this box, but it could hit $1,000 potentially in the next 5 years. At least I think Rudy believes that too. I seem to believe that as well. I think that's very possible if you look at the chart right now. Anyways, let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on collector booster boxes. Are they something that you think are going to be long-term holds? Do you think the Wizards of the Coast is going to scrap that and change it for something else to try to even make more money off of the players and collectors? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, I do make these videos every single day, so please subscribe to the channel if you like my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Being a patron will help me produce more market movers and add to the funds that I will use for my random buys, and also to my coffee fund, because I drink a lot of coffee for these videos. And here you can see a link below in the description that will give you all the tiers and what you get in each tier, so I hope you guys click and think about joining, and with that, I'll see you next video. Think about supporting the channel in that way. If not, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you again in the next video.